Arm pump, or hand pump as it's otherwise known, is the feeling when your forearms or your hands just get absolutely knackered from holding the bars. So you've probably experienced it if you've gone somewhere like to the Alps or to Whistler or even to Wales or Scotland if you're not used to doing big descents or wherever you are in the world. So you do a big descent and your hands get absolutely battered on the bike, and then you find it hard to literally grip the bars. So sometimes you feel it in your forearms and your forearms just feel like they're on fire or they're literally getting pumped up. Other times it's in your hands, so we've all got there at the bottom of a descent where you have to kind of peel your hands from the bars because they've just like gripped on. So it's not an ideal feeling, and it massively takes away from the control you can have on the bike. Now you'll probably find you likely don't suffer too much from arm pump on the descents that you ride all of the time. It's generally when you go to either gnarlier descents that are really rocky, where you're taking a bigger beating, or longer descents when you're descending for much longer. Now, the reason for that is because your body is used to sort of having the amount of strength for that downhill. So when you're doing a short downhill, you're used to doing that level, and therefore your hands have got the necessary strength to be able to hold on to it and to be able to keep it. But when you do those longer descents, it's a bit of a shock to the system and your muscles just aren't ready to hold on for long enough. So what actually causes arm pump? What causes hand pump? Why do you get it? Plain and simple, it's just weak muscles is the main cause anyway. So it's weak muscles in your hands. Your hands have got loads of muscles in them which help you grip, and weak muscles in your forearms as well. So a lot of your forearm muscles shorten to grip and to do that grip strength. So you'll notice if you ever see like a bodybuilder or a powerlifter, they always have jacked arms. In fact, look at Aaron Gwynn. Aaron Gwynn's a great example. He's got forearms out here because his forearms are so built and they're so used to holding onto the bars. So downhillers are a great example of really built forearms. So you can build it on the bike. The more you ride, the more descents that you ride, the stronger you're going to get. But a lot of us don't have the good fortune of having massive descents to be able to ride every day. A lot of us live in maybe hilly areas, but not massively hilly areas. Many of us don't live in mountainous areas. So you want to be able to actually build that strength off the bike. Now in today's video, I'm going to show you 5 exercises that are brilliant for building up your grip strength and for building up your forearm strength so that you're much less likely to get arm pump when you do go out on the bike. So I'm going to show you 5 exercises that you can incorporate into your workouts to really build it all up. So enjoy. So there's 5 exercises, like I say, which you can incorporate into your workouts. All of these are gym-based, but you can do them at home if you've got the necessary equipment. Now, the first one that I'm going to show you is pull-ups. You've heard of pull-ups, you know how to do those. So for a pull-up, you're hanging, pulling up to the top. Now, if you can't actually do a pull-up, you can literally just hang instead. So hang yourself down and just hold that position there. And then just hold that for as long as you can. So you'll find now that my grip's starting to go a little bit and you're starting to get tired. So it hurts your hands. You'll also feel it ripping your skin as well, which is uncomfortable at the time, but it does get your hands used to that friction of holding onto the bars. So pull-ups in and of themselves are a really good grip exercise. If you don't have the strength to do pull-ups, then you can literally just do bar hangs where you grip the bar and hold onto the bar. So that's your first exercise. Let's see if I can do them all in a row without getting too out of breath. So number 2, deadlifts. So this is just a lightweight just to show you how to do a deadlift. Feet deadlift from the floor and standing up, plain and simple. So that's your deadlift. Now the reason these are so good for your grip is because when you're using a heavy weight, there's loads of weight pulling down, and the only thing that's keeping hold of that bar is you and your grip strength. So on a lighter weight, you don't particularly feel it, but when you get up to a really heavy weight, you feel the bar pulling down and you have to use all your effort to keep a grip and keep hold of the bar. So first one, pull-ups or bar hangs. Second one, deadlifts. Fantastic for building up your grip. Now the third one is farmer's walks. So holding either a kettlebell or a dumbbell by your side, you want to make it nice and heavy. I think these are 20s, maybe 25s. Shoulders back, chest up, and then literally you're just going to go for a walk. So you're walking out, probably go about 15, 20 meters, and then when you get to the end, loop back around again, and then walking down. And make sure you keep your shoulders back, chest up tall, good technique, and then walking out, and obviously when you get back, pop them down. So again, for that one, it's tricky to actually just hold on to the weights, but then the walking makes it harder on every one, so your hands are working overtime to actually keep hold of those weights. So that is number 3. Number 4 is a plate hold. Now ideally, this plate, if you can see, has got a little bit of a ridge there. That makes it easier to hold on to. So ideally, you want to get a plate that's just completely smooth, and then all you're going to do is pinch it and hold the weight. And you just want to go as long as you can, starting to go until you can't hold on to it anymore. So you're really squeezing. Don't know if you can tell, but it's just starting to slip off. And you literally just hold that plate for as long as you can until you can't handle it anymore, and then pop it down. Make sure you drop it down 5 seconds before the end. You don't want to just like drop it and end up landing on your toe or whatever. So that's your final one. Obviously you do both hands when you're doing those. And then your 5th exercise is drop sets. Now specifically drop sets with any kind of rowing exercise. So if you're in the gym, it could be lat pull down, it could be seated row. If you're using dumbbells or kettlebells, you can do something like a bent over row, which I'm going to show you today. Now a drop set is when you do a certain number of reps on one weight, and then you go down to a lighter weight, and then do a certain number of reps again. So on here, I might do 10 bent over row with the heavy weights, and then 10 bent over row with the lighter ones. So if I was doing kettlebell bent over rows as an example, you're holding that position and rowing the weight up for 10 reps. I won't do all 10. So you'd complete that set up to 10, then straight away with no rest onto the lighter ones, into your bent over row, and then 10 reps again. So what that's doing is you're getting yourself to the point when your grip is really struggling with that heavy weight, then you're going onto a lighter one, so your hands are still having to work for an even longer period of time. Whew, I'm out of breath now. I'll get my breath back, and then I'll come back for the outro. Now to be clear, I'm not suggesting that you do all 5 of these exercises in a circuit. These are just independent exercises that if you're trying to create your own gym plan and you want to specifically target your grip strength or arm pump, these are all great exercises you can do to build up that necessary strength, so you want to slot them into your plan as different exercises. Now some things that I also like to do will be multiple exercises back to back in a double set or a superset, sorry, or a triple set. So at the minute in my workout, for example, I'm doing chin-ups. So chin-ups to failure, then I jump straight off and do a clean and press with a bar. And then after that, I go into a bent over row. All of those for like, say 6 reps on your chin-ups, then 10 and then 10. So if you notice, with all those 3 exercises, they've got a really strong component of grip strength, and when you do them back to back, that just sets your forearms on absolute fire. They're really, really good for building your grip strength. So these are an example. These are a taster of some exercises you can do. As you would imagine, my 12-week training program or my 16-week program, which is the follow-on, which you can get at mtb.fitness, all of those have exercises like these built into the workout so that you can build your grip strength. And they also have home plans in there, so if you don't want to come to the gym, you don't have access to this equipment, you can get the same sort of benefits with a set of resistance bands. So go to the website to check those out. And if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them into the comments. I'll more than happily answer them for you. And go and batter it, build up that strength, and then you won't get that arm pump on the bike. Thanks for watching.